Alrighty, guys, we are back with Chapter 4, Night Prince 2, Twice Tempted. Let's get right to it. Where are we at? Let's see here. The clearing smoke and intense pain are the first things you notice when you wake up. If everything that just happened comes back to you in flashes. Breaking up with Vlad, coming back to the carnival, selling things in the RV, the explosion in Edgar's trailer, and Dawn. Dawn, I'm so sorry I couldn't save you. But now I have to worry about myself. We've got one alive here. You stare up at the team. Firemen dig you out of the rubble. Hold on and don't move. We're going to get you out. What happened? There's been an explosion. You were one of the lucky ones. We're still working on putting the pieces together of what went down. For now, hold tight. We're going to get you out of there. It only takes a few moments before they've pulled you out from the debris. My friend is a dwarf. His trailer isn't far. Has anyone seen him? I'm sorry, ma'am. It's been chaos. If we find him, though, we'll be the first to let you know. Personally, I'm amazed you were able to survive that. The furniture melted around you, but you seem mostly okay. Thanks to Vlad's aurora still coated me and protected me from flames. Not that I can tell them that, because they wouldn't believe it anyway, so. Guess I got lucky, Edgar must say. I'm saying I guess I got lucky. That's just the best way to put it. Lucky is putting it lightly. There's nothing short of a miracle this isn't. A path clears as the people cluster around you are shoved aside with inhuman force. Confusion turns to relief when you get the look at the vampire who kneels down next to you. Amber, you're alive. Yeah, A wave of exhaustion hits you, most likely from the exertion of your powers and the near-death experience. Vlad's powers might protect you from flames, but not smoke inhalation or nearly being crushed to death. Your powers were what was keeping you going, and now that we're out of danger, they're spent. Now that you're out of danger, they're spent. Oh, getting sleepy. I've got you. Uh-oh. Maximus catches you as the world around you fades to dark. A new love interest. By the time you wake, it's clear Maximus is taking you to a nearby hotel room. A flood of questions spring to mind, but there's only one you can give voice to. Marty, is he? He's gone, Amber. I'm sorry. Really? I don't believe that. Your heart catches in your chest. Marty, the man who practically raised you, gone in an instant. It's almost too much to bear. What happened, and why are you still here? I was supposed to be protecting you. A lot of good that did. I was looking out for supernatural threats, never thought to keep an eye out for a bomber. Do we know who is behind this? No. He stands up to pace, taking short strides around the tiny room. The firemen are calling it an accident, saying a gas line ruptured. Seeing as it went off next to Marty's trailer, I doubt that. But why would anyone want to kill Marty? He swings a hard glance in your direction. I don't think anyone did. You're saying it might have been meant for me? But why go to all the trouble? Why not just shoot me in the head? Whoever it was wanted it to look like an accident. What does Vlad think? He stops, and in an inscrutable look on his face. I didn't tell him about the explosion, let alone that you survived. Why not? Maximus says nothing as understanding dawns on you, a glimpse of pity in his expression. No, he wouldn't. Oh, by turning down his offer to become a vampire and leave him, you came close to humiliating him. As close as anyone has since Sigali faked his death. As you saw how Vlad reacted to that, and you saw how Vlad reacted to that, I was the one humiliated. I told Vlad I loved him, only to have him make it clear where I'd always rank in his life. True, but that's more than he offers any of his other lovers, yet you turned him down. Then you had the boldness to leave him. Maximus pauses, considering his next words carefully. No woman has ever left Vlad. Cynthia, his lover before you, even seduced Sharpnel in an attempt to make Vlad jealous after he ended things. Did it work? Not even slightly. Vlad does not take being scorned lightly, and we should not dismiss the possibility that he is behind this. He tried to kill me, really? Vlad wouldn't try to kill me. You're right, I bet Vlad is behind it. I'm just going to go along with it and say I bet Vlad is behind it to save them gems. It's just hard to wrap my head around. Pride is Vlad's greatest foe. Were anything to cause him to lose his moral center, it would be pride. And I can assure you that your leaving him has dealt a serious blow to that pride. God, you're probably right. After all, you know him way better than I do. That's only to be expected. I've served with him longer. I guess we'll have to watch out for him from now on. Indeed. Maximus takes a moment to think. We'll have to be extra careful since he believes I'm on a personal assignment now. Were he to suspect I was secretly with you, the consequences would be dire. But this all raises another question. If you truly believe Vlad could be behind this, it means he didn't order you to stay. So why are you still here? He pauses for just a moment before answering. Partly because I wanted to make sure Marty really did let you stay with him even though you were replaced. You need vampire blood to keep your electricity levels from killing you. If Marty wouldn't have kept providing it, I would have made other arrangements. But mostly, Amber, I didn't go back to Romania because of how I feel about you. What? I told you when we first met, you're beautiful, ballsy, and your abilities fascinate me. I think Maximus is the one that's done all this. I think he is. I really do. I've also seen your courage, your loyalty, and your strength, especially the fact that you were able to leave a man you loved because you knew he'd never love you. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. Maybe there could be something between us. I need time to think. I'll do that. With everything that happened with Vlad and Marty now, it seems too soon to jump into something new. I understand. As you speak, you reach out, stroking the nightstand with one of your hands. And once more you get a vision though no longer is this one stifled with Vlad's aurora. You don't have to work to see it. This one comes immediately. Wonder what it is. Your hotel room. A 40-something man sits on the bed of the hotel screaming into his phone. No, that's not what we agreed on. I don't care what her lawyer wants. For F's sakes, she's already getting half my check in alimony. And that's not even counting the child support. It's clear without a shadow of a doubt that this man has been cheating on his wife. Serves you right. Well, the vision fades back as you return back to the hotel room. That's weird. What's that expression? Did something happen? I've got my powers back. That's what happened. Damn right it did. My powers are back. I've been getting a few visions before, but they were few and far between and always smothered by Vlad's aurora. His aurora. I should tell Maximus what happened. I don't know if I should tell him. I'm going to keep it to myself. Nothing you need to worry about. All that matters is that my powers are back. I don't trust Maximus. Maximus gives you a skeptical look, if you say so. So does this mean you can't find the bomb maker? As long as they touched something at the scene without a doubt. As long as they touched something at the scene without a doubt. We should conduct one more test just to be sure. I wonder. Here we go. He holds out his empty hand for you. If you touch me, you'll be able to see my past sins as well. I have one in particular I plan on calling up for you to see. Do it, and you'll understand why I'm here and why I would never follow an order to harm you. Here we go. Maximus has always been a bit of a mystery, and not one that's always been forthcoming. I get to sense that this is genuine. Plus, if he's going to be my lifeline in all this, I could be really helpful to know what makes him tick. Let's watch it and see what's going on. Let's just see what's going on. And you reach out to take his hand, and as you do, your vision shifts. Here we go. We're headed back to the past again. Maximus' past. Maximus stands firm, covered in wounds, but overjoyed. The holy city is ours. He fought in the Crusades? Maximus is so much older than I realized. Men of God, destroy the filth that befouled Jerusalem. Let none survive. Hundreds of soldiers lift their swords in response. It's horrible watching what happens next. Legions of soldiers cutting through not just the defenders of the city, but the inhabitants within, all in the name of their God. To his credit, Maximus seems to be hanging back from the bulk of the fighting. Then it happens. A young boy charged into him, trying to get away from another knight. Maximus hesitates for a moment. Please no. God wills the city must be cleansed. In an instant, one of them charges. For God and Jerusalem. Before you can even blink, he stabbed the boy through the back. Abruptly, the child sags, blood spouting from his mouth. The knight removes his sword from the kid's back in one swift motion. We have orders. Do not refuse God's will. Maximus walks past the lifeless boy, jaw clenched and sword raised, heading towards the survivors. As the vision ends, you can't help but flinch at the memories. Maximus looks on stoically before speaking. For the sake of allegiances, I once followed a terrible orders, and the guilt nearly destroyed me. I will not be that man again. Has Vlad ever made you do something like that? Why did you show me that? That was horrible. Let's do that. It was. Those memories haunt me still, and I swear to you, I will never kill an innocent again. I am not the kind of man anyone would ever allow something like this bombing to happen, even if ordered by a superior. How could you have fought in the battle and been turned by Vlad? Didn't the Crusaders take place hundreds of years before he was born? They did, but the knighthood of the Temple of Solomon had secret rituals. One of them involved drinking blood instead of wine in an imitation of the Last Supper. Little did we know it was vampire blood we were fed. It kept us from aging and granted increased strength and healing. We thought it came from God. Imagine my surprise when I learned the truth after meeting Vlad centuries later. Thank you for sharing this with me. I only hope it builds trust between us before our upcoming mission. We'll need to get back to the carnival if we're going to make any headway. I'm going to need to get my hands on wherever the explosion went off. That way I'll be able to see if the gas line was melded with anybody in particular. We'll draw too much attention to ourselves like this. Not only are a veritable celebrity. Not only are you a viable celebrity at the circus, but you're also miraculously survived an explosion. Leave that to me. I knew some people who can help us out. I know some people who can help us out. The next day, one quick stop and a few disguises later, you two are back at the RV park. It looks ridiculous. I don't know. I like your beard. You look wise. Why would she put a beard on? Oh, the bearded lady. I see. Is yours itchy? Mine's driving me nuts. Relax. We only need to wear them until we get what we need. Go ahead. Up ahead, the policemen stand between you and Maximus. Get into where you need to go. We're going to have to get past that officer if we want any chance of finding any psychic links to our bomber. You want to handle getting us past this guy, or should I do it? Let's see what he says. Let's see what he does. Maximus walks up to the police officer with an air of confidence. I told you people to stay back. Can't you let us through? We need to get our stuff. We live in those RVs, you know. You noticed the big explosions, right? Once we finish our job, everyone can get their stuff. Until then, stay with a friend. Okay, enough of doing this the hard way. Maximus' eyes flash green as he mesmerizes the officer. Let us through. The police officer responds in monotone. Absolutely. Walk with us. If anyone asks, we're witnesses you're interviewing. Risky to use your powers like this out in the open. What if someone saw your gaze glow green? We didn't have many options. Besides, if we don't get up there quick, the officers might clean up the evidence we need. Even several hours after the explosion, the air is still thick with a mixture of gas, burnt rubber, and bodies. You force yourself not to gag on to burst into tears upon seeing Marty's destroyed trailer. I'm so sorry I couldn't save you, but I promise I'll find whoever did this. The destruction is so complete it seems unlikely they'll find enough remains for you to bury. Despite your resolve, a single tear slides down your cheek. Don't, this isn't the time. Yeah, I know. Maximus turns to the officer leading you through the carnage. Looks bad. What have you found so far? Last of the fires were only put out a couple ago. Not so much. Whatever that means. 5 dead, 3 more missing. Gas companies got the power off as we're checking the pipes. Plus, we found something in the pit near a twisted hunk of pipe. Maximus flashes his mesmerizing gaze over the officers. Bring it to us. You tug at Maximus' sleeve. Not here. There are too many of them. He gives you a nod before turning back to the officer. Bring it outside, the east section of the barricade, and don't tell anyone what you're doing. The officer leaves, and you and Maximus head to the spot in question. Good teamwork back there. Agreed. Okay. With your vampiric gaze and my sonic link, the people behind this don't stand a chance. Hopefully, apprehending them will be as easy as this was. Though somehow I doubt it will be. It's only a few minutes later when the officer returns, holding a bag containing a mix of wires and plastic. Bomb fragments. You were right, it doesn't look like this was an accident. I knew it. You reach out, stroking one of the wires, and soon the area around you vanishes. I guess Maximus didn't do it, or he wouldn't be helping me. Here we go. Inside his home, the bomb maker whistles as he presses the wires into the plastic explosions. The same make and model as the kind which killed Marty. Got him. Now, wherever he runs, I have a psychotic link to him. Psychic link to him. The bomb maker looks up almost as if sensing your presence. Who's there? He's a vampire and another mind reader. You throw up a barrier to keep him out of your head? I wasn't expecting that. Still, he doesn't seem like a very powerful one despite his abilities. If I question him, I may be able to gain some helpful information. Something in your gut tells you this might be your only opportunity to do so. I'm going to question him, see what we can find out. Hey there. He whips around in a frenzy to find the person whose thoughts he's sensing. What do you want? I know about your business at the carnival, the bombs you planted. How? Let's just say that tracking people down is one of my specialities. Crap, you're the girl, aren't you? The one I was supposed to kill. Oh, yeah, big boy, big guy. Which means you're not dead, and the boss is going to kill me. A boss, so he's not working alone. Fortunately for you, I'm not in the forgiving mood. You tell me what I want to know, you get to walk away from this. And seeing as it sounds like your boss is the type who punishes failure, this may be your only option. He pauses for a moment considering what you've just said. Guess you have a point there. I was hired by a woman, a go-between carrying orders from someone much more powerful. A female vampire who's pulling the strings? I wonder if it was one I saw at Dom's performance. Is this higher up Vlad's tipsy level of powers? I don't know. I only work through the woman. Look, you get me out of here and somewhere safe, I'll tell you everything you want to know. I'll confess to everything. A life behind bars beats what they'll do to me. You have a deal. What's your name, by the way? Adrian. Well, Adrian, give me your address and we'll come pick you up. Sure, yeah. He gives you the location of the place a few days' drive away. That went better than I could have hoped. Now we have a new lead on this mysterious vampire woman. The guy might be good with bombs, but it seems like he's a real idiot in every other way. I don't know about this. It don't sound right. Well, with that, you cut the connection. Maximus gives you an expectant look. Well, we've got her man. Let's get to work. And there it is, people. So, I guess Marty's gone. I don't know. You never really know. But anyway, I thought Maximus might be behind this. Who knows right now? There's in-between people and all this stuff, but we'll see. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with Chapter 5 of 19. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Toodles!